Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, thank you very much for the time who has given to me. And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the International Multidisciplinary Community Service Activity under the theme Visualizing a Sustainable Future Climate Change Sustainable Development. Well, in this opportunity, we are going to present our community services. Let me share my presentation. Okay, the title of our presentation entitled Embracing Differences, Practical Techniques for Supporting Special Needs Children in Preschool Classroom. So, I myself, my name is Widya Rizky Pratiwi, and my teams are Dwi Reski Hardianto Putra Rustan, Noviana Mustafa, Anugrah Murtini, Juhana, and also Lukita Gusti Akwira. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see, these are the special needs children. And there are some definitions of children with special needs, or we can say TSN, based on Kemenkes RE 2021. Children with special needs refer to those who require special education services due to physical, emotional, behavior, and cognitive disabilities. And based on UNESCO 2020, inclusive education includes all children with a particular focus on those who are marginalized or at risk with marginalization and exclusion. And based on Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Children Protection 2013, children with special needs or CSN, or in Indonesia we say that anak berkebutuhan khusus or ABK are children who experience limitations or exceptionalities, whether physical, mental, intellectual, social, or emotional, which significantly influence their growth or development process compared to other children of the same age. So, ladies and gentlemen, the term of special needs children has a broader meaning than people with disabilities. So we cannot say that it's not only said that the children with special needs is disabilities, because the children with special needs has a broader meaning than people with disabilities. We can see the picture. Okay, these are the disabilities and non-disabilities children. Yeah, so the children with disabilities is the physical, intellectual, mental, and sensory, and then disabled give children. Okay, these are the categories of special needs. The first, based on Indonesian Ministry of Education and Culture. The first is intellectual disabilities, or for example, Down syndrome, and then learning disabilities. For example, dyslexia or ADHD, and then physical disabilities, for example, cerebral palsy, visual or hearing impairments, autism spectrum disorder, speech and language disorder, and also emotional and behavioral disorder. While the inclusive education and a legal basis, the first ensure inclusive education at all levels without discrimination. And then Indonesian law number 8 2016 on the right of person with disabilities, and then Minister of Education Regulation number 70 2009 guidelines for inclusive education in primary and secondary education. So these are the ways to detection of children with special needs. The first, observation of growth and development and behavior, periodic development monitoring, using screening tools, expert consultation, using growth and development guidebooks, for example, the KIA books, and then using psychological and or medical test tools. So, who should detect these children with special needs? The first maybe from the parents, the second from the teachers, and also from the um, doctor, and so on. Next, these are some key issues in handling children with special needs in classroom, because sometimes, especially in playground, yeah, we always find the children's or the students with special needs. The first, the lack of teacher training in special education. So when we conduct the community service, the teacher argue that the lack of teacher training in special education, not only lack of teacher training, but they never get the teacher training in special education. The second, large class sizes and limited individual attention. So because in Indonesia, we know that the large class sizes sometimes reduce the quality of education, and then special for the school with has the children with special needs. I think it will disturb, yeah, the process of the students, the process of the learning at the school. So maybe it should be limit the large class sizes. And the stigma and discrimination. There are some teachers who share the experience when getting the students with special needs. Maybe at the class only they have only one students with the special needs, but the other parents always discriminate and also state to the teachers that uh, the students you should choose the students with special needs or the other students, because these students always disturb their friends. So choose you choose the students with the special needs, and also the students with normal. Yeah. And then limited access to diagnostic and intervention services, and inadequate learning materials or assistive technology. And also some parents always do not receive, and then do not aware that their children is children with special needs. So they deny. And strategies for supporting GSN in classroom. The first is differentiated instruction, where the teacher have to modify content, process, and product based on student readiness. And also the second is a use of assistive technology, where screen readers, speech to text, visual schedules, and etc. So the teacher should or the student should adapt the technology based on the student with special needs, with the students with the special needs, and also individualized education plans, tailor goals and instructional strategies for each students, and also collaboration with special educators and parents. So a multidisciplinary approach to support. So the one who should pay attention, give the care to the students with special needs, not only the teacher at the school, but there also the collaboration with the parents, and also maybe with the doctor, psychologist, and so on. And the next is communication and interaction tips. The first, use clear, simple language. This some strategies, yeah. It's also the strategies. Use clear, simple language, provide visual cues and repetition, practice patience and positive reinforcement, observe and adjust to the students' response and needs, and also avoid labeling and stereotyping. So these are the role of lecturers and higher education practitioners. The first should create inclusive learning environment. The second, promote respect and diversity in the classroom. The third, provide academic accommodation, extend time, alternative assessment, flexibility, attendance, and become advocates for accessibility in higher education. These are the recommendations. The first, capacity building through training and workshop, because we have find some issues that I have explained before. So the recommendation should capacity building through training and workshop. The second, integration of inclusive pedagogy in teacher education, institutional support and policy enforcement, and also encouraging research and innovation in special education. Next, okay, we come to the conclusion where the inclusive education is more than a legislative mandate. It is a moral and professional responsibility to uphold the principle of equity, diversity, and social justice in education. Creating an inclusive environment for children with special needs require educators to develop a deep understanding of various disabilities, demonstrate empathy in their daily interaction, and apply evidence-based teaching strategies that accommodate diverse learning needs by fostering collaborative partnership among teachers, parents, specialists, and a broader school community. Inclusive education can empower all learners to reach their full potential. Ultimately, embracing inclusion not only benefits students with special needs but enrich the educational experience for every learners by promoting compassion, flexibility, and respect for individual differences. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for the nice attention and also the opportunity for today's session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.